Yo, how you guys doing? We back again. Oh, that's fine. They can come through. They can come through and tell me I'm doing everything wrong. That's cool. Good afternoon, Trey Bo. Yo, so if you guys are watching the last one, you remember I was waiting on these. I was waiting for them to send me back the tuned vocals so I can get so I could go ahead and do this. And I had a problem with how the track was sent. And if you remember when I was lining up the track originally, I was seeing like the way that the drop was coming in. I felt like it was like missing a bar, the actual track, and it turns out that I was correct. It was missing some time, the original bounce that they gave me, and you could see it here. This is how much time it was missing. So I had to kind of fix this, and this is the reason why I cut the stream on, because this is I think the weakest skill with producers learning how to produce is and people learning how to mix and stuff like this is because so many things can be found in a tutorial, is that this newer class of producers, they have really piss poor problem solving skills. Like, a lot of the questions I get about things is somebody will hit a wall, and they're just like, how come I can't do X, Y, and Z? And the thing is, in a DAW, you can there's I wouldn't say infinite, but there's a lot of workarounds. Like the tools that we have inside the DAW, even if something isn't particularly working out the way that you think so, that where it's easy, it doesn't mean that it stops the flow. You always have to get into a situation and get something done. And I think that's people who don't have the benefit of doing this for any type of money, or having to put something in a deadline or something like that. I think that gets lost on you guys. A lot of people have really shitty problem solving skills and a lot of workaround skills. So here's how I solved this problem, right? The problem is I told Buddy, I was like, yo, I need the auto tune stems. He sent me back the auto tune stems and the beat stems, with this beginning section added, because he cut it off when he set his loop points to bounce it. But he didn't send me the non-processed vocal. I guess I was supposed to, bring that in from the other session. And the problem that I had is it didn't line up. So my issue is how do I line this up on beat without pissing myself off, right? And what you do is you find something that you could line it up easily with, because not only did he give me a new bounce of the vocals, he gave me a new bounce of the beat. So all I did was I took kick 2 from the new batch of files, and I took kick 2 from the old batch of files. Notice right here, when you play the vocals like this, they don't line up in the song.
Sometimes it feel like I'm looking for protection. Running in my own reflection, gunning in my own infection, Sherlock in my own detection.
That's off. So what you do is you highlight all 3 of these, because the ad libs and the main track is gonna line up. And here, when you zoom in, right, you can see this is the same kick, this is the same sample. So what you do is you find, and this is an old Pro Tools trick, is you find somewhere in that wave, and you leave your cursor there, so somewhere you can visually identify, right? And then you drag. Oh, you got to highlight all 3 of them, right? Bam, 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 and you bring them all over. So if I line this kick up on beat, because it's going to be much easier to line this single wave up. If I line this kick up on beat, the vocals are going to be on beat as well. So let's test it out. And let's make sure I'm still moving everything. Yeah, they're all highlighted. Bet. All right, so now I just zoom in. All right. We'll line it up with that peak right there. Boom. You see that peak? How it lines up there? Okay. All right. Now we got that kick muted. We'll listen to it. We'll listen to the track. Come on.
Is anybody out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. 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 Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock in my own detection, unplugging my own connection, questioning my own intention, medicine my made up symptoms, my medicine that made them victims.
I'm an expert in the art of hurt, soiled from a lot of dirt, addicted, took a lot of perks, lost my bros.
All right, you see, boom, perfectly on beat. So now I can get rid of. Now I can get rid of this track. We're removing that. Everything's in line. And see, that's the thing, bro. Like, I could have, and this is, and you know, I could have. You could easily take the stand. Like you could get real cocky and say like, oh, you know, I'm getting paid to do this. They should send me the files correctly. You know, my time is valuable. I don't have time to be doing that. Yeah, sure. You could take that that route, but you don't want to be an ass kisser, but you also don't want to be fucking difficult to work with either. You know what I mean? Nobody likes dealing with people who have attitudes and who are difficult to work with. And if you have any aspiration of it, and it doesn't even have to be big money, but if you have any aspiration of doing like any type of you know, any type of business with people, it's all built on relationships, you know. The owner of my company that I work with, right? He owns an electrical company, and he has a notorious temper. I'm talking about like because in South Florida, and especially in the field of electricity that we work in, it's a very small. There's like four companies that do what we do. My boss always has the lowest price, and there are corporations that will pay, that will pay more, just not to deal with his temper, just because his candor and his temper is so off-putting to some people that they would rather pay not to deal with him. So you got to keep that in mind. No matter how good you get at mixing, you never want to get into a situation where your communication is so fucked up that you're hard to deal with. So rather than call this person up and be like, yo, you know, because I made them rebounce the session once, and nobody likes rebouncing the session, trust me, right? So rather than, rather act, stuck up and do that, boom, I fixed it, did it myself. You know what I'm saying? It took me a couple days to not be aggravated anymore at the situation, and just suck it up, put my big boy pants on, act like a professional, and deliver a quality service for people that I am, I want to continue to work with.
Is anybody out there?
The other side. Victims of homicide, trick them and pick them, then mama cried. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Switch them and miss them 1,000 times. And feel like they just stolen minds. So now I'm praying that I see them on the other side. On another ride, how we coincide. Can't coexist.
That's what's up, Crasby. I appreciate it. Let me show you guys something. So, we was listening to in the other mix, video, we was listening to the tracks that we were doing, and I've been listening to Buddy, and he's got a very East Coast flow, I was listening to his stuff, and I was just like, I was hearing those beats, and I was like, man, you know, we could do, you know, maybe we could do something different, right? So, you know, this is what we did. This was one of the ones first, right?
Ain't no love lost. Divorce, there's a price and cost. You want the sauce, then jumped in horse. Ain't no love lost. They acting strange when the dice get tossed. It's nice to floss, but really wanna snipe the boss. It's like.
So the thing about this track, the way he was rapping with the, you know, there's a price involved, the price involved, the price involved. That flow, it sits in a certain pocket. It's a straight time 90 BPM pocket, and the way that this beat was composed is it's 90 BPM, but it's in halftime. All the snares are on the 3, which that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool, you know, the you know, Wale, the helium balloon type of vibe. Like, it's all right. But just for me, I wanted to hear what it would sound like with something different. You know, I've had conversations with Buddy, you know, and he's telling me, you know, yeah, you know, I'm more of an East Coast lyricist, but all the people that I'm around tell me I got to do this, I got to do that, you know, and I'm of the opinion, like, especially with where music is now, where you got like Conway and Westside Gunn and fucking Dave East, like, you could be a New York lyricist. You don't have to, you like this idea that New Yorkers have that they have to you know, conform to a trap sound, like, that's such bullshit. Like, they keep holding themselves back. And on my streams, you guys have heard me, like I've been waiting for somebody. I've been waiting for a fucking East Coast artist that I could produce, because I think I have a formula for them. And so I did a remix for him since I had the vocals, and my shit sounded like this.
Ain't no love lost.
Yo, man, I don't even know why they act like they love you when they know deep down inside they can't stand you.
Yeah, ain't no love lost. They acting strange when the dice get tossed. It's nice to floss, but really wanna snipe the boss. It's like divorce. There's a price and cost. You want the sauce, then jumped in horse. Ain't no love lost. They acting strange when the dice get tossed. It's nice to floss, but really wanna snipe the boss. It's like divorce. To do it, there's a price and cost. You want the sauce, then jumped in horse. Ain't no love lost. The most hateful, envious bastards, ungrateful. Better start cutting them ties before they break you. Better start cutting the grass before they snake you. I'm doing much better than cash, so now they hate you. I see the green-eyed monster, but I'm a mobster. See them when they scheme on you, but I'm the washer. See them when they lean on you like I'm the sponsor. Quick to put the team on you, so cut.
So, oh shit, hold up. Hey, what's up, bro? I'm working on it right now. If I can get off the phone and fucking finish it. I'm doing it right. It's good, bro. It's good. There ain't nothing wrong with it. Oh, okay. No, yeah, I like it, bro. It's got depth. I'll fuck with it. Yeah, no, it's straight, bro. I like it. I'm putting it together right now, bro. All right, peace. So where was I? Okay, so we go from, you know,
The force to do it, there's a price and cost. You want the sauce, then jumped in horse. Ain't no love lost.
You go from that to this.
The roster, we here to thrive, not to survive. We alive, we making strides, so you down or you die. In your eyes, I see I'm just a fish to fry, but my ties, my real soldiers putting.
You know, like that sounds like what it's supposed to sound like. And this is the shit that I was talking about with, I've talked about this on my streams. I talked about it in my discussion with Busy Works Beats. Like, this is our responsibility as producers. You know what I'm saying? If you're a hip hop producer and you're about hip hop, you know what I'm saying, or a trap producer and you're about trap, you know what I mean? You should be on on your post about furthering that culture and making that culture better. You know, never be afraid to speak up. But this is what I'm getting at here is you don't want to just come at somebody with criticism. Like you never want to come at an artist and be like, yo, I don't like your beat. I could make a better beat. I don't like you on this shit. You don't want to fucking talk. Don't be a fucking talker. All right. Anybody could talk. You want to be able to show stuff. You know what I'm saying? In the 48 Laws of Power, it teaches us that no man can convince another man of another thing, no matter how many facts he brings to his argument through words. No matter how logical it is, you'll never change another person's mind. The only way you could change a person's mind is through actions. So I sent him back this, and he's like, yo, that's crazy, bro. I love that. I'm gonna go with that version. How much money you want for that beat, right? And you guys might think I'm crazy, right? So he told me, how much money you want for that beat? I was like, bro, I don't want no fucking money for that beat, bro. Like I was sitting in my house, I was having a fun time, I was enjoying myself, I was having fun with hip hop, dude. Like you don't gotta pay me to have fun, okay? You know, people. And that's the cool thing about working with me. If I'm having fun, you ain't gonna fucking pay me. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta work, you're gonna pay me. You know, typically when we first get together and do something, it's work because I don't know you. You know, so it's gonna be work. I'm like, nah, man, don't worry about it. So we get to talking, you know, and then this enabled me to have the conversation, you know, deeper. He's like, well, why'd you go that route, you know, with everything? And I'm telling him, you know, I see what you're trying to do, but I think you're going the wrong way with trying to like stuff this trap vibe into it, you know. Like if you look at, like, for example, the way Fat Joe does shit, he's always able to be relevant even through having a 25-year hip-hop career. He's always able to pull something that's East Coast off because of the way he's able to blend the elements, you know. And that's kind of what I did. I listened to All the Way Up, you know, and kind of took their arrangement, you know, and the bass slides from that track, kind of like, you know, kind of the Fighting Form, and inserted into that one. So that was cool. You know, then I had this one that we did on stream, which this is a good beat. I love this beat.
I'm under pressure, understand, bruh. I'm falling, never makes me better. What's the plan, bruh? Damn, bruh.
That's a good beat. It's fire, but it's a little dated. You know what I'm saying? It like that. That's like some shit that would you know, like T.I. 2006, 2007, right? So I didn't even have to say anything. He's like, yo, would you mind fucking with that? You know, and I pulled it up. I was like, man, this is 140 beats per minute. This is what I do every day. Sure, you know, no problem. And I came up with this.
Sometimes this life get crazy. Things just don't go your way. Ain't no time to lay down. Ain't no time to play dead. Ain't no time to make no excuses. And we damn sure ain't crying. Just gotta keep it pushing. They say pressure bust pipes, or they make dimes.
Now they got me like, damn, bruh. I'm under pressure, understand, bruh. I'm falling, never makes me better. What's the plan, bruh? Damn, bruh. Father, hold me in your hands, bruh. This life don't owe me, won't you show me where you stand, bruh? Damn, bruh. I'm under pressure, understand, bruh. I'm falling, never makes me better. What's the plan, bruh? Damn, bruh. Father, hold me in your hands, bruh. This life don't owe me, won't you show me? It hurts my eyes to see these youngins starving, waiting on me. So I'ma hustle through this jungle and be all I could be. I walk like a G, this pressure only fitted for me. I know you watching, haters blocking, pray you riding with me. As far as I see, it's plenty murders targeting me. I pray the Father every martyr had to struggle like me. I died for this cause, I'm fighting with my back to the wall. I'm back for this war, keep shutting with me back for the now they got me like, damn, bruh.
So, you know, that one took me a couple hours. That's the cheat code, bro. That is the cheat code. So that took me a couple hours. Again, I have fun because this is a situation where this is an idea that I've had for a long time, and I've been looking for the rapper to do it with. Okay. And he's open to my suggestions, so I appreciate that. Originally, and this is actually something that I do a lot. Like when people give me mix work, and I gotta listen to these beats that are just like, you know, and just for fun, because I like remixing around vocals. Producing a track around vocals is so much easier than producing a track without the vocals, you know, because it's that final piece, right? So that's what's up, Mix Man. So a couple things. What I did was I provided him value, right? So it's just like, wow, you know, here this guy is creating a song. On top of that, these are two beats that he tried to throw me money for. You know what I'm saying? And now, granted, this isn't a hold up. Roxy, come here. You know you just don't want to come back in. This isn't an artist who's just doing nothing, bro. Like, he's got a connection with 98.5 in Orlando. He plays his records. They get spun on the station. You know what I'm saying? So these records are going on the radio. He's constantly performing. He was up in New York a couple weeks ago, up in Harlem there's some music festival going on that he performed at a bunch of venues at or whatever. You know what I mean? So he's working. And then, so if you get an artist like this and they're serious and they're used to paying all the time, you know, this is where that whole like no free beat shit, you know, can really stifle you, right? Because it's like, sometimes the $100, $200, $300 that you would charge for an exclusive, sometimes you can get more value out of it, right? So this is a person who is constantly around artists. They are going to you know, they're going to be asking him about his production and stuff like that. And this gives, not only that, this gives me an opportunity to make the fucking music that I actually want to make every single day, put an artist with it. And when it becomes his brand and when it becomes his sound and people appreciate it and they want to get a hold of it, now instead of me just charging him for this one project, I'll have 2 or 3 or 4 more people that I'll be charging for this sound that I enjoy making, right? So you sacrifice, you know, maybe you sacrifice $100, or if I wind up doing 12 songs with him, maybe I sacrifice $1,200 to make $4,800. Just something to think about. All right, so let's go. Let's get this all bust up and everything. And the other thing is, you know, he was telling me typically when he does the deals, Roxy, if you don't, Roxy, seriously, it's cool. Relax. What he was telling. Exactly. And that's the whole that's the whole networking discussion that a lot of people really either don't have the time to or don't get into the specifics of about how to network. Like, networking isn't just going to a fucking beat battle or South by Southwest or shit like that. Networking is any opportunity that you have to speak to a human that is into the shit that you're into.
Cause I'm filled with pride and I never.
Is anybody out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. 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 Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the
protection. Running from my own reflection. Gunning at my own infection. Sherlock in my own detection. I'm plugging my own connection. Questioning my own intention. Medicine my made up symptoms. My medicine that made them victims. I'm an expert in the art of hurt. Soiled from a lot of dirt. Addicted, took a lot of perks. Lost my bros and printed shirts. Floss that shows to hide the hurt. Swallow pride and force to smirk. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Victims of homicide, trick them and pick them, then mama cried. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Switch them and miss them 1,000 times. It feel like they just stolen minds. So now I'm praying that I see them on the other side. On another ride, how we coincide. Can't coexist cause our thoughts collide. But I do insist cause I'm filled with pride. And I never miss, got an eagle eye. They stole the bliss when my people died. So I made a list to the day I died. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other
anybody
side.
out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. 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 Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. Looking from the other side. Looking for anybody out there. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from
So
the
now
other
I
side.
wanted anybody. All I meant was everybody. Can't lay it down and feeling sorry. Gotta lay it down cause the world has scarred me. Been around, now I got an army. And that bitter sound won't nothing calm me. Love is underground, no time to party. I was lost and found, I was breathing hardly. Now they can't ignore me. I'm an expert in the art of pain. Addicted, ain't no switching lanes. We different, but we all the same. It's twisted and we all to blame. Get lifted just to hide the pain. The system, this is all a game. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. If you all alone, no place is home, and this is life, and I'm hitting home. Let go the knife, let go the chrome, let go the strike. Reset the tone, pick up the phone, cause you're not alone. Don't throw them stones, cause we all are grown. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. I'm swinging low when I'm swinging high. And I fight the wind, ain't no getting high. I can and do, ain't no time to try. If you don't believe, look me in my eyes. Rolled up my sleeves, no waste of time. I paid the fees and I paid the fines. And now I'm looking, hooking, booking from the
Anybody out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta redo my template with these Valhalla verbs, bro. I fucking love this plugin. It's crazy, bro, because I've been hearing about this plugin as being just the best reverb since goddamn like God, how long? Since like 2008, bro, or 2010. Like this thing's been hitting. Don't crash, don't crash. Yay. Yeah, it's only $50, bro. It's definitely like bro, it's crazy. Like I see like studios, they're either yo, get it, because it is fucking gasolina, bro. But I feel like whenever I go to a studio that primarily does urban music, like they're either riding out with just the way it sounds. That's all I could tell you. It's literally the way that it sounds. But whenever I go to a studio that mostly does rap, or trap or anything like that. They're either using Pro Tools Deverb, which is surprisingly beast, Waves Rverb, or goddamn Valhalla, man. I see Valhalla a lot, especially on vocals.
Boucher, Clean Money Music.
Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other
Who can I
side.
call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, shellacking my own detection. I'm plugging my
Oh
own
no,
connection,
what did I do?
trusting my own intention. Medicine, my made up symptoms. My medicine that made them victims. I'm an expert in the order.
Fuck.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own.
What's that, 86?
Who can I call for protection? Running.
Don't follow. Don't follow. Don't follow. Don't follow. Don't follow. There we go.
Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, shellacking my own detection. I'm plugging my own connection.
Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, shellacking my own detection. I'm plugging my own connection, questioning my own intention. Medicine, my made up symptoms. My medicine that made them victims. Expert in the order, hurt, soiled from a lot of dirt. Addicted, took a lot of perks. Lost my bros and printed shirts. Floss that shows to hide the hurt. Swallow pride and force to smirk. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the others. Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, shellacking my own detection. I'm plugging my own connection.
Out there, out there, out there, out there.
Oh man, what the fuck, dude?
Boost, yeah.
Is any
God, I'm such a noob. Loser.
Is anybody out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Out there. Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Out there. Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah.
Marky
'Cause
Mark,
I can see so clearly.
the big boss from the north. What up, bro? Whoa.
Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Out there.
God, I love you, Slate. You make everything so easy for me.
Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock my own detection, unplugging my own connection, questioning my own intention, medicine my made up symptoms, my medicine that made them victims. Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock my own detection, unplugging my own connection, questioning my own intention, medicine my made up symptoms, my medicine that made them victims. Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock my own detection, unplugging my own connection, questioning my own intention, medicine my made up symptoms, my medicine that made them victims. Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock my own detection, unplugging my own connection, questioning my own intention, medicine my made up symptoms, my medicine that made them victims. Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock my own detection, unplugging my own connection, questioning my own intention, medicine my made up symptoms, my medicine that made them victims. Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock my own detection, unplugging my own connection, questioning my own intention, medicine my made up symptoms, my medicine that made them victims. Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock my own detection, unplugging my own connection, questioning my own intention, medicine my made up symptoms, my medicine that made them victims.
Oh. Mikey, I think he likes it.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock my own detection, unplugging my own connection, questioning my own intention, medicine my made up symptoms, my medicine that made them victims.
Expert in the art of hurt, soiled from a lot of dirt, addicted, took a lot of perks, lost my bros and printed shirts, floss that shows to hide the.
Whoa, that's coming in a little low-ski. Little low-ski. It's alright. I'll throw that trimmer up in the mix. Bro, I don't use VCAs. I don't understand. I never mixed on hardware like that, dude. So I don't understand what the fuck the advantage of a VCA is.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflect. Expert in the art of hurt. Soiled from a lot of dirt. Addicted, took a lot of perks. Lost my bros in printed shirts. Floss that shows to hide the hurt. Swallow pride and forced to smirk. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Victims of homicide. Trick them and pick them, the mama cried. The system convict them. My medicine that made them victims. I'm an expert in the art of hurt. Soiled from a lot.
Yo, like, this is something that a lot of rap artists will do when they're recording. And bro, you could take this out. Like, you see this right here? He was just like, he was kind of punching in and he was trying to catch his timing. So he said the end of his previous bar.
My medicine that made them victims. And the art of hurt.
And then he goes into this auto-tune singing part. We don't need this. And I promise you, Buddy is not going to know that that's gone. And I hear it and it's pissing me off. So it's gone.
Tension, medicine, my made up symptoms. My medicine that made them victims. I'm an expert in the art of hurt. Soiled from a lot of dirt. Addicted, took a lot of perks. Lost my bros in printed shirts. Floss that shows to hide the hurt. Swallow pride and forced to smirk. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
What up, Slim Trail? We're gonna edit this mute because I don't need this all repeating. I just want this last word to repeat. I wish he'd try it. I wish he'd try it. You're like, no, bro. I cleaned it up. I made it easier to hear. Listen harder.
I'm an expert in the art of hurt. Soiled from a lot of dirt. Addicted, took a lot of perks. Lost my bros in printed shirts. Floss that shows to hide the hurt. Swallow pride and forced to smirk. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Victims of homicide. Trick them and pick them, the mama cried. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Twist them and miss them 1,000 times. I feel like they just stolen minds. So now I'm praying that I see them on the other side. On another ride, how we coincide. Can't coexist cause our thoughts collide. But I do insist cause I'm filled with pride and I never miss. Got an eagle eye. They stole the bliss when my people died. So I made a list to the day I die. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Time to party, I was lost and found. I was breathing hard, now I can't ignore.
What do you use the VSTs for, Marcus? Maybe I'm missing out on something because I don't understand it, which would not be the first time that happened. Like I felt like VCAs made sense on a desk. But I feel like if I want all the faders to move without being a bus, I would just highlight them all. Am I wrong in saying that it's essentially just doing that? What am I missing?
The party, I was lost and found, I was breathing hard, now I can't see, I'm an expert in the art of pain. Addicted, ain't no switching lanes. We different, but we all the same. It's twisted and we all to blame. Get lifted just to hide the pain. The system, this is all a game. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. You all alone, no place is home, and this is life, and I'm hitting home. Let go the knife, let go the chrome, let go the strike. Reset the tone, pick up the phone, cause you're not alone. Don't throw them stones, cause we all are grown. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the
And okay.
Sometimes it feel like out there.
No, I'm never upgrading anything from complete ever again, bro. Ever. Maybe, you know, maybe Contact when it's hard to makes sense, Mark. That makes sense, and then it also makes sense why I wouldn't know about that, because I don't do shit like that a lot. But that totally makes sense.
Protection, running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlocking my own detection, unplugging my own connection, questioning my own intention, medicine my made up symptoms, my medicine the made up victim.
I'm an expert in the art of hurt, soiled from a lot of dirt, addicted, took a lot of perks, lost my bros and printed shirts, floss that shows to hide the hurt, swallow pride and force to smirk, sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Victims of homicide, trick them and pick them, then mama cried. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Wish them and missed them 1,000 times. I feel like they just stolen minds. So now I'm praying that I see them on the other side. On another ride, how we coincide, can't coexist cause our thoughts collide. But I do insist cause I'm filled with pride and I never miss. Got an eagle eye, they stole the bliss when my people died. So I made a list to the day I died.
Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. Out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? So clearly, sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side, looking from the other side. Is anybody out there? Can anybody hear me? Cause I can see so. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection. Protection. Who can I call for protection? Running from
the edge, cause I can see so clearly. Cause I can see so clearly. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection.
Can anybody? Is anybody out there? Can anybody hear me? Cause I can see so clearly. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection.
Can anybody hear me? Cause I can see so clearly. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Out there.
Why the fuck is this here? Oh my god. This is such an unnecessary sound.
Can anybody hear me? Cause I can see so clearly. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Out there. Can anybody hear me? Cause I can see so clearly.
bro, I want to give Steven Slate such an uncomfortably long man hug. These plugins are life. Oh, that's what's up, bro. That's the shit I like.
Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there?
Oh, little pan automation to get that much coveted width that everybody talks about. I'm really concerned about the width of my mix. You know, I just like really want to get a really wide trap mix. You know, so that's what I'm going after. I heard it on Pensado's place. They talked about width for a lot in the Mike Dean episode, and you know that's really what I'm after. I want a wide mix. Thank you, sir.
Out there, can anybody hear me?
Yo, if I ever talk to a rapper and they ask me for a wide mix, which has happened before, I'm just like, nah, bro. You have some very fucking unrealistic expectations as for what I'm about to do to this song. Fucking wide mix. I got your wide mix. Yeah, you know, the width of the mix is really important to me. You know, I'm just really concerned with what you're gonna do with the sound stage. It's like, how about I make it so when you perform it, you hear more than bass? Why don't I do that? If that's all right with you, sir. Whoa, that's not what I want. Damn, it's just not there. Shit. I need a different tool for this. Yeah, hey Jay. Yeah, I wish that when I was in this search box, it kept the cursor in this search box. Like I type a few letters and then it takes the cursor out of here and then it starts going to fucking key commands. It's so annoying. Ah, why you do it? Like, see, bro? Like, stop that. Stop it. We're gonna have to make something out of nothing on this one. There they go. little harmonicas. That's the technical term, by the way. You know, you guys go to the studio, make sure you ask for your engineer to adjust the upper harmonicas. They'll be impressed. Be like, yeah, do you have anything? Do you have anything from Waves that can handle those upper harmonicas? And tell them you learned it on YouTube. And be like, yeah, there's this really good teacher on YouTube. His name is Marcus Hushkins. He told me to ask you about the upper harmonicas. Not me, bro. I learned that from Marcus Hushkins, bro. He told me that never neglect the upper harmonicas. What up, George? Need more cowbell. I mean church bell. Little too much cowbell. Mark must have left the stream. That was, damn, I just did a lot of work on that and I didn't really explain to you guys what I was doing. Did you guys see what I was doing? Like, I was making a joke out of it, but I was being like dead ass serious. Did y'all see what I was doing with the upper harmonicas? So this melody right here.
Boucher.
Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly.
So that's the main melody, right? And as it sat, you couldn't hear it up against the vocals. This is without any of my plugins on it, right? So with the plugins, you get this.
Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly.
Music.
God, I wish I had some auto tunes right now, bro. I'd kill it. I could be like the next Young Thug, you know. I actually have Auto Tune Pro. I upgraded. It's 129. If you have an existing version of Auto Tune, me and MG the Future are gonna start up an R&B group. It's gonna be called UTI, United to Innovate. This shit's gonna be fire. But what's it called? Hold on, I'm having nah, bro, it ain't that type of UTI. All right, goddamn, y'all can't, yeah, this is why we can't have anything nice, you know. Here I'm trying to bring you heartfelt R&B, you making jokes. All right, trying to share my soul with the people. So, all right, so with
Is anybody out there?
all right, so what I assessed was, first I was trying to raise it with EQ and I couldn't find it, and that's because it turned out that without any extra saturation, you don't have a lot of frequency content above 1K. And the thing about it is the human voice, especially the male voice, the beef of it is from like around 600 to 6,000, right? So that's, if you're gonna be able to hear your lead instrument needs to be strong in that area. And in this case, we have no content there, so that's why I said I need to go to a different tool. So I went to Neutron, and this is one thing I love about Neutron is this multi-band exciter. And it's in Ozone too. If you guys don't have Neutron yet, you have Ozone. You can use this with Ozone too. I actually think Ozone has more bands, but typically I only need 3 bands anyway. And then what I did was, if you see, I'm right at 6K here, and I cranked that shit up. So now you get this. And that's what I was looking for right here. This is what I was calling the upper harmonicas. It's actually upper harmonics. So then from there, introducing that through saturation, I was able to take it even further. I used 800, and I think I'll throw a little more 2K in there too, and just cranked it up a few dB, and then we wound up with this. So now it's sitting comfortably right behind the voice. You can still hear the drums and the bass and everything. And that was the whole point of that. So I think I pretty much got this track where I wanted to sit. We just have gotta see what I'm gonna do about his magic knob track, and then I think this vocal sample.
My medicine to make them victim, questioning my own intention. Medicine my made up symptoms. My medicine to make them victim.
I'm an expert in the art of hurt, soiled from a lot of dirt, addicted to a lot of perks, lost my bros in printed shirts, floss that shows to hide the hurt, swallow pride and force to smirk. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Victims of homicide, trick them and
I'm gonna put a little plate reverb on this.
questioning my own intention. Medicine my made up symptoms. My medicine to make them victim.
I'm an expert in the art of hurt, soiled from a lot of dirt, addicted to a lot of perks, lost my bros, expert in the
medicine my made up symptoms. My medicine to make them victim.
I'm an expert in the art of hurt, soiled from a lot of dirt, addicted to a lot of perks, lost my bros in printed shirts, floss that shows to hide the hurt, swallow pride and force to smirk. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Victims of homicide, trick them and pick them, their mama cry. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Switch them and miss them 1,000 times. It feel like they just stolen minds. So now I'm praying that I see them on the other side. On another ride, how we coincide, can't coexist cause our thoughts collide. But I do insist cause I'm filled with pride and I never miss. Got an eagle eye, they stole the bliss when my people died. So I made a list to the day I died.
Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Cause I'm filled with pride and I never miss. Got an eagle eye, they stole the bliss when my people died. So I made a list to the day I died.
Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
So now I wanted anybody. All I meant was everybody. Can't lay it down and feeling sorry. Gotta lay it down, cause the world is scarred. I've been around, now I got an army. And that bitter sound won't nothing calm. Love is underground, and no time to party. I was lost and found. Who can I call for protection? Victims of homicide. Another ride, how we coincide. Can't sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Okay, so looks like we got a second verse that is a little bit louder than the first. No big deal. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy these tracks. Biggity boom, biggity bam. I will delete these guys, right? A lot of times I could do this with just one vocal track when they send it like this, but it appears that's not going to be the case here. And then all I'm going to do is I'll take these, add bus for selected tracks. Vocal. Okay, bet. Boom. Let's get it.
Sometimes I feel like I'm looking for so now I wanted anybody. All I meant was everybody. Can't lay it down and feeling sorry. Gotta lay it down, cause the world is scarred. I've been around, now I got an army. And that bitter sound won't nothing calm. Love is underground, and no time to party. I was lost and found, I was breathing hard. See, I'm an expert in the art of pain. Addicted, ain't no switching lanes. We different, but we all the same. It's twisted and we all to blame. Get lifted just to hide the pain. The system, this is all a game.
Okay, alright, so this one's louder too. They must have recorded the second verse after the smoke break. Yeah, but bro, the thing about Saf, the thing you gotta understand about Americans, bro, is they're fucking ignorant, bro. Like they're America is, you gotta remember, like America is two oceans, is an ocean on the east away from the rest of the world, and an ocean on the west away from the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like it's isolated. The only thing that they know that's different from, you know, American culture is Latin culture, right? So that's all they know, and they don't fucking like Latin culture. You know what I mean? Like American people hear Spanish and they fucking their blood starts to boil. It's so ridiculous, bro. I'm so embarrassed sometimes. But you know, there's like it's the reason why Drake is the way he is, bro, and isn't like he puts on for Canada, but like not 100, bro. Like he gives way more props to Houston and Memphis than he does to Toronto, even though it doesn't seem that way. But the reason why my people are like that is because you know, that have three different histories and three different perspectives and three different languages, and then you know, the majority of the people speak English. You know what I'm saying? Like so everybody could communicate with each other, and then on top of that, the education system in a lot of those countries is so amazing that people will know like 2, 3, 4 languages, bro. Like there's a joke, like, what do you call someone who speaks only one language? You call them an American. They just don't have any interest in learning about other places, bro.
So now I wanted anybody. All I meant was everybody. Can't lay it down and feeling sorry. Gotta lay it down, cause the world is scarred. I've been around, now I got.
My man said he wants to go try poutine. That's what's up. I fuck with UK rap, dude, and it's because like I feel like at least the more hardcore acts, like they remind me of the 90s, bro. Like, You know what I'm saying? Like everybody dressed in all black, you know, talking about knives and shit, you know, like that's my shit, bro. I fuck with that.
Looking from the other side. Looking from the other side. Looking for anybody out there. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking for
So
the
now
other
I wanted
side.
anybody. All I meant was everybody. Can't lay it down and feeling sorry. Gotta lay it down, cause the world is scarred. I done been around, now I got an army. And that bitter sound won't nothing calm. Love is underground, ain't no time to party. I was lost and found, I was breathing hard. Not a see, I'm an expert in the art of.
Whoa, what's going on there? Why does that sound like that?
Nothing calm, love is underground, ain't no time to party. I was lost and found, I was breathing hard. Now they can't ignore me. Expert in the art of pain, addicted, ain't no switching lanes. We different, but we all the same. It's twisted and we all to blame. Get lifted just to hide the pain. The system, this is all a game. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. If you all alone, no place is home, and this is life, and I'm hitting.
Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. Looking from the other side.
But we all the same, it's twisted and we all to blame. Get lifted just to hide the pain. The system, this is all a game. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. If you all alone, no place is home, and this is life, and I'm hit different, but we all breathing hard. Now I can't see, I'm an expert in the art of pain. Addicted, ain't no switching lanes. We different, but we all the same. It's twisted and we all to blame. Get lifted just to hide the pain. The system, this is all a game. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. If you all alone, no place is home, and this is life, and I'm hitting home. Let go the knife, let go the chrome, let go the strike. Reset the tone, pick up the phone, cause you're not alone. Don't throw them stones, cause we all looking from the other side. If you all alone, no place is home, and this is life, and I'm hitting home. Let go the knife, let go the chrome, let go the strike. Reset the tone, pick up the phone, cause you're not alone. Don't throw them stones, cause we all are grown. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. Now I'm swinging low and I'm swinging high, and I fight the wind, ain't no getting high. I can and do, ain't no time to try. If you throw them stones, cause we all are grown. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. Now I'm swinging low.
No, bro, it's a brand new struggle, dude. It's not about my views. It's about my fucking AdSense, bro. Like, AdSense keeps on rejecting Studio One tutorials as a site to put ads on because it's like it claims that I'm a fucking clickbait site, and I don't know how to fix it. It's pissing me off.
All alone, no go to strike. Reset the tone, pick up the phone, cause you're not alone. Don't throw them stones, cause we all are grown. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. Now I'm swinging low and I'm swinging high, and I fight the wind, ain't no getting high. I can and do, ain't no time to try. If you don't believe, look me in my eyes. Rolled up my sleeves, no wasting time. So now I wanted anybody. All I meant was everybody. Can't lay it down and feeling sorry.
Yeah, I can't email AdSense. There's no fucking email for AdSense. I emailed YouTube. I got up with YouTube. They were able to identify the problem, but you know, with my AdSense not being approved. But I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm gonna get mad.
Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from
So
the
now
other
I wanted
side.
anybody. All I meant was everybody. Can't lay it down and feeling sorry. Gotta lay it down, cause the world is scarred. I done been around, now I got an army. And that bitter sound won't nothing calm. Love is underground, ain't no time to party. I was lost and found, I was breathing hard. Now I can't see, I'm an expert in the art of pain. Addicted, ain't no switching lanes. We different, but we all the same. It's twisted and we all to blame. Get lifted just to hide the pain. The system, this is all a game. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. You all alone, no place is home, and this is life, and I'm hitting home. Let go, party, I was lost and found, I was breaking. Now I wanted anybody. All I meant was everybody. Can't lay it down and feeling sorry. Gotta lay it down, cause the world is scarred. I done been around, now I got an army, and that bitter sound won't nothing calm. Love is underground, ain't no time to party. I was lost and found, I was breathing hard, now I can't see, I'm an expert in the art of pain. Addicted, ain't no switching lanes. We different, but we all the same. It's twisted and we all to blame. Get lifted just to hide the pain. The system, this is all a game. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. You all alone, no place is home, and this is life, and I'm hitting home. Let go the knife, let go the chrome, let go the strike. Reset the tone, pick up the phone, cause you're not alone. Don't throw them stones, cause we all are grown. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. Now I'm swinging low and I'm swinging high, and I fight the wind, ain't no getting high. I can and do, ain't no time to try. If you don't believe, look me in my eyes. Rolled up my sleeves, no wasting time. I paid the fees and I paid the fines, and now I'm looking, hooking, booking from the other side.
I haven't tried that already. I don't know if you want to email me the link to that. I'd appreciate it, Matt. Fucking bullshit.
everybody, can't lay it down and feeling sorry.
Cause I can see so clearly, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes it feeling like I'm looking from the other side, looking from the other side, looking for anybody out there, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from
So
the
now
other
I'm
side.
warning anybody. All I meant was everybody. Can't lay it down and feeling sorry. Gotta lay it down cause the world is scarred. I done been around, now I got an army. And that bitter sound won't nothing calm me. Love is underground, ain't no time to party. I was lost and found, I was breathing hard, and I can't
See,
ignore
I'm
me.
an expert in the art of pain. Addicted, ain't no switching lanes. We different, but we all the same. It's twisted and we
Sherlock in my own detection. I'm plugging my own connection. Questioning my own intention. Medicine, my made up symptoms. My medicine that made them
See, I'm an
victims.
expert in the art of hurt. Soiled from a lot of dirt. Addicted, took a lot of perks. Lost my bros and printed shirts. Floss that shows to hide the hurt. Swallow pride and force to smirk. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Victims of homicide. Trick them and pick them, their mama cried. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Wish them and miss them 1,000 times. It feel like they just stolen minds.
So now I'm praying that I see them on the other
On
side.
another ride, how we coincide. Can't coexist cause our thoughts collide. But I do insist cause I'm filled with pride. And I never miss, got an eagle eye. They stole the bliss when my people died. So I made a list to the day I died.
Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just wish that, like, I don't know, like, how do YouTube channels without websites get monetization? That's what I don't understand. Is whatever, dude. I don't want to fucking talk about monetization right now. Almost done with this shit.
Victims of homicide. Trick them and pick them, their mama cried. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Wish them and miss them 1,000 times. It feel like they just Victims of homicide. Trick them and pick them, their mama cried. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Wish them and miss them 1,000 times. It feel like they just stolen minds.
So now I'm praying that I see them on the other
On
side.
another ride, how we coincide. Can't coexist cause our thoughts collide. But I do insist cause I'm filled with pride. And I never miss, got an eagle eye. They stole the bliss when my people died. So I made a list to the day I died.
Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Victims of homicide. Trick them and pick them, their mama cried. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Wish them and miss them 1,000 times. It feel like they just stolen minds.
So now I'm praying that I see them on the other
On
side.
another ride, how we coincide. Can't coexist cause our thoughts collide. But I do insist cause I'm filled with pride. And I never miss, got an eagle eye. They stole the bliss when my people died. So I made a list to the day I died.
Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Victims of homicide. Trick them and pick them, their mama cried. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Wish them and miss them 1,000 times. It feel like they just stolen minds.
So now
No, it's a mastering plugin.
I'm praying.
Victims of homicide. Trick them and pick them, their mama cried. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Wish them and Boucher. Clean money music. Yeah.
Is anybody out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah.
Boucher. 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 Clean money music. Yeah. Boucher. Boucher. Clean money music. Boucher. Clean money music. Yeah.
Is anybody?
Boucher. Clean money music. Yeah.
Is anybody out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock in my own detection, unplugging my own connection, questioning my own intention, medicine my made up symptoms, my menace in the made
See, I'm an expert in the art of hurt, soiled from a lot of dirt, addicted to a lot of perks, lost my bros and printed shirts, floss that shows to hide the hurt, swallow pride and force to smirk. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Victims of homicide, trick them and pick them, then mama cry. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Switch them and miss them 1,000 times. It feel like they just stolen minds. So now I'm praying that I see them on the other side. On another ride, how we coincide, can't coexist cause our thoughts collide. But I do insist cause I'm filled with pride and I never miss. Got an eagle eye, they stole the bliss when my people died. So I made a list to the day I died. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Looking from the other side. Looking for anybody out there. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from
So now I'm on to anybody, everybody, feeling sorry, cause the world has scarred me.
What the Studio One. Wow.
Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from
So now I'm on to anybody. All I meant was everybody. Can't lay it down and feeling sorry. Gotta lay it down, cause the world is scarred. I done been around, now I got an army. And that bitter sound won't nothing calm me. Love is underground, ain't no time to party. I was lost and found, I was breathing hard, and I can't
See,
ignore
I'm
me.
an expert in the art of pain, addicted, ain't no switching lane.
Boucher. Clean money music. Yeah.
Is anybody out there?
Boucher. Clean money music. Yeah. Boucher. Clean money music.
Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock in my own detection, unplugging my own connection, questioning my own intention, medicine my made up symptoms, my menace in the made
See, I'm an expert in the art of hurt, soiled from a lot of dirt, addicted to a lot of perks, lost my bros and printed shirts, floss that shows to hide the hurt, swallow pride and force to smirk. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Victims of homicide, trick them and pick them, then mama cry. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Switch them and miss them 1,000 times. It feel like they just stolen minds. So now I'm praying that I see them on the other side. On another ride, how we coincide, can't coexist cause our thoughts collide. But I do insist cause I'm filled with pride and I never miss. Got an eagle eye, they stole the bliss when my people died. So I made a list to the day I died. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Looking from the other side. Looking for anybody out there. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from
So
the
now
other
I'm on to
side.
anybody. All I meant was everybody. Can't lay it down and feeling sorry. Gotta lay.
No, yeah, no, it's not staying up. What I'm gonna do is I'm taking these videos, I'm letting them ride out probably until either tomorrow or Saturday. Then I'm turning them on private, and you're only gonna be able to view them again on studio1tutorials.com.
Bullshit. Clean money music. Yeah.
Is anybody out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock in my own detection. I'm plugging my own connection, questioning my own intention. Medicine my made up symptoms, my medicine to make them. See, I'm an expert in the art of hurt, soiled from a lot of dirt, addicted, took a lot of perks, lost my bros in printed shirts, floss that shows to hide the hurt, swallow pride and force to smirk. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Victims of homicide, trick them and pick them, then mama cry. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Switch them and miss them 1,000 times. I feel like they just stolen minds. So now I'm praying that I see them on the other side. On another ride, how we coincide. Can't coexist cause our thoughts collide. But I do insist cause I'm filled with pride and I never miss. Got an eagle eye. They stole the bliss when my people died. So I made a list to the day I died. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me?
Can't lay it down and feeling sorry. Gotta lay it down cause the world is scarred. I done been around, now I got an army. And that bitter sound won't nothing call me. Love is underground, ain't no time to party. I was lost and found, I was breathing hard, and I can't
see,
ignore
I'm an expert in the art of pain. Addicted, ain't no switching lanes. We different, but we all the same. It's twisted and we all to blame. Get lifted just to hide the pain. The system, this is all a game. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
You all alone, no place is home, and this is life, and I'm hitting home. Let go the knife, let go the chrome, let go the strife, and reset the tone. Pick up the phone, cause you're not alone. Go to
looking from the
found, I was breathing hard, and I can't
see,
ignore
I'm an expert in the art of pain. Addicted, ain't no switching lanes. We different, but we all the same. It's twisted and we all to blame. Get lifted just to hide the pain. The system, this is all a game. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
You all alone, no place is home, and this is life, and I'm hitting home. Let go the knife, let go the chrome, let go the strife, and reset the tone. Pick up the phone, cause you're not alone. Don't throw them stones, cause we all are grown.
Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Now I'm swinging low when I'm swinging high, and I fight the wind, ain't no getting high. I can and do, ain't no time to try. If you don't believe, look me in my eyes. Rolled up my sleeves, no wasting time. I paid the fees and I paid the fines.
And now I'm looking, hooking, booking from the other side. Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Looking from the other side. Looking for anybody out there. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Bullshit. Clean money music. Yeah.
Is anybody out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock in my own detection. I'm plugging my own connection, questioning my own intention. Medicine my made up symptoms, my medicine to make them
see, I'm an expert in the art of hurt, soiled from a lot of looking from the other side.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock in my own detection. I'm plugging my own connection, questioning my own intention. Medicine my made up symptoms, my medicine to make them
see, I'm an expert in the art of hurt, soiled from a lot of dirt, addicted, took a lot of perks, lost my bros in printed shirts, floss that shows to hide the hurt, swallow pride and force to smirk. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Victims of homicide, trick them and pick them, then mama cry. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Switch them and miss them 1,000 times. I feel like they just stolen minds. So now I'm I'm praying that I see them on the other side. On another ride, how we coincide, can't coexist cause our thoughts collide. But I do insist cause I'm filled with pride and I never miss, got an eagle eye. They stole the bliss when my people died, so I made a list to the day I die. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Looking from the other side. Looking for anybody out there. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from
So
the
now
other
I'm more than
side.
anybody. All I meant was everybody. Can't lay it down and feeling sorry. Gotta lay it down cause the world is scarred. I done been around, now I got an army. And that bitter sound won't nothing calm. Love is underground, ain't no time to party. I was lost and found, I was breathing hard, and now I can't See, ignore I'm an expert in the art of pain. Addicted, ain't no switching lanes. We different, but we all the same. It's twisted and we all to blame. Get lifted just to hide the pain. The system, this is all a game. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. If you all alone, no place is home, and this is life, and I'm hitting home. Let go the knife, let go the chrome, let go the strike, reset the tone. Pick up the phone, cause you're not alone. Don't throw them stones, cause we all are grown. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. Now I'm swinging low when I'm swinging high, and I fight the wind, ain't no getting high. I can and do, ain't no time to try. If you don't believe, look me in my eyes. Rolled up my sleeves, no wasting time. I paid the fees and I paid the fines, and now I'm looking, hooking, booking from the other side.
Anybody out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Looking from the other side. Looking for anybody out there. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Boucher, Clean Money Music. Yeah.
Is anybody out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock in my own detection. I'm plugging my own connection, questioning my own intention. Medicine, my made up symptoms, my medicine to make them. See, I'm an expert in the art of hurt, soiled from a lot of dirt, addicted, took a lot of perks, lost my bros and printed shirts, floss that shows to hide the hurt, swallow pride and forced to smirk. Sometimes
Yes, my favorite thing to talk about. YFL Studio fucking sucks, bro. The thing about FL Studio is they lock you into a fucking way of thinking that only works inside FL Studio, and you think that that's how DAWs are supposed to work, but it's fucking retarded. One, because they don't teach you the proper names for stuff, bro. Like like for example, like you'll be in a DAW looking for, man, where are the slide notes, when, bro, it's called portamento. This shit's called legato. This shit's called glide. Nobody has fucking slide notes. You'll be looking for the riff machine. There's no such thing as a riff machine. It's an arpeggiator. You know what I'm saying? You'll be looking for helpers, and they aren't called helpers. They're called MIDI tools. You know, so a lot of and then there's shit that's just so stupid in FL that you think that that's the way you work, right? So like, for example, the way that it handles audio, you know, you'll think that you'll be looking for, like, yo, where's Edison? I need to turn this into audio, when really all you have to do is bounce something, which is a common term from any DAW. But if you don't know what to look for, you can't even use the manual. So you just have to like, things that you thought were really fast in FL are actually fucking super slow. And once you see how other fucking DAWs handle it, you'll be so impressed. You'll be like, oh my god, bro, like, what was I doing in FL? That shit is trash. Yeah, and that's crazy because I thought ghost notes was an FL Studio term. I see here. File. Oh, there was something I wasn't liking how this sounded.
Who can I call for protection? Medicine, my made up symptoms. My medicine to make them. See, I'm an expert in the art of hurt. Soiled from a lot of dirt. Addicted them, convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Switch them and missed them 1,000 times. I feel like they just stolen minds. So now I'm praying that I.
That one right there.
Convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Switch them and missed them 1,000 times. I feel like they just stolen minds. So now I'm praying that I see them on the other. Switch them and missed them 1,000 times. I feel like they just stolen minds. So now I'm praying that I see them on the other side. On another ride, how we coincide, can't coexist. Switch them and missed them 1,000 times. I feel like they just stolen minds. So now I'm praying that I see them on the other side. On another ride, how we coincide, can't coexist, cause our thoughts collide. But I do insist, cause I'm filled with pride, and I never miss, got an eagle eye. They stole the bliss when my people died, so I made a list to the day I died. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah.
S-Class, that is the old definition of ghost notes. Now ghost notes are the notes, or is when you could see other tracks. I'll show you real quick. Hold up.
Breathing hard, not a can. See, I'm an expert in the art of pain. Addicted, ain't no switching lanes. We different, but we all the same. It's twisted and we all to blame. Get lifted just to hide the pain. The system, this is.
Like, for example, HTML Mentor, one of the like in Studio One, you have like a smart tool. So if I'm on the bottom of a track, I could just click and drag some shit. And then if I'm on the top of the track, it automatically switches to this X tool, which I could double click and slice shit. So that right there saves you, like, you know, clicks and keystrokes as far as getting around. But it's just like you said, it's just what you're used to. So you just have to, you know, just kind of understand the differences between the two. One of the things that could help out is getting like a key command keyboard overlay from Amazon. They cost like $9.99, and you lay it over your keys like a Studio One key command key, you know, and that'll get you out of here like real quick.
Breathing hard, not a can. See, I'm an expert in the art of pain. Addicted, ain't no switching lanes. We different, but we all.
Yeah, but like HTML is saying, if it's your first DAW, then you don't have anything to complain about, because you don't know how good life could be. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're missing if you don't have it.
Breathing hard, not a can. See, I'm an expert in the art of pain. Addicted, ain't no switching lanes. We different, but we all the same. It's twisted and we all to blame. Get lifted just to hide the pain. The system, this is all a game. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. You all alone, no place is home, and this is life, and I'm hitting home. Let go the knife, let go the chrome, let go the strike. Reset the tone, pick up the phone, cause you're not alone. Don't throw them stones, cause we all are grown. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side. Now I'm swinging low when I'm swinging high, and I fight the wind, ain't no getting high. I can and do, ain't no time to try. If you don't believe, look me in my eyes. Rolled up my sleeves, no wasting time. I paid the fees and I paid the fines, and now I'm looking, hooking, booking from the other side.
Out there, yeah.
Yeah, arranging is definitely a lot easier in other DAWs. That's a fact.
Up my sleeves, no wasting time. I paid the fees and I paid the fines, and now I'm looking, hooking, booking from the other side.
Like watch what I'm about to do here. On FL Studio, you in order to do this, you would have to, you'd have to switch to the slice tool, slice each one individually.
Can and do, ain't no time to try. If you don't believe, look me in my eyes. Rolled up my sleeves, no wasting time. I paid the fees and I paid the fines, and now I'm looking, hooking, booking. Paid the fees and I paid the fines, and now I'm looking, hooking, booking from the other side. Out there.
And then to do a fade, the fades are already into the region right here, this little triangle. So now all I got to do is just whoop. So there's no clip.
Can and do, ain't no time to try. If you don't believe, look me in my eyes. Rolled up my sleeves, no wasting time. I paid the fees and I paid the fines, and So now I'm looking, hooking, booking from the other side.
Anybody out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah.
Logic is dope, bro. The only thing I don't like about Logic is I have Logic. I was actually gonna start doing Logic content, but I can't stand fucking drums in Logic, bro. Like no. This shit is so fucking extra, dude. So extra. Oh wow. That's dope, King. But I used to use Logic before I used Studio One. The only reason why I use Studio One is because my house got robbed, and I had to get another music computer, and I couldn't afford a Mac at the time. And when I went to the store, they said Studio One was the closest thing to Logic, so I bought it. MPC 2.0 I don't really have a lot of experience with. When I use my MPC Live, I just use it as hardware. Like I don't really use the software. I just use it as a groove box for the analog signal path to record out of the outputs.
Victims of homicide, tricked them and picked them, the mama cried.
Nah, I didn't find out who robbed it, bro. This is fucking Fort Lauderdale, Florida, bro. Police got way more to worry about than goddamn who robbed my house.
Anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly.
It took a lot of perks, lost my bros and printed shirt. Who insists, cause I'm filled with probably you down. Cause world is gone, man, I'm been around. Now I got an army and that bitter sound won't nothing call me. Love is underground, ain't no time to party. I was lost and found, I was breathing hard and I can't ignore. See, I'm an expert in the art of pain. Addicted, ain't no switching lanes. We different, but we.
That's his reference mix. Yeah, I mean, bro, I owned my home, bro, so I had homeowners insurance, but homeowners insurance don't it ain't they don't pay you what your shit is worth, dude. Like they paid me $300 for my computer.
Is anybody out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Clearly. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like the side.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock in my own detection, unplugging my own connection, questioning my own intention, medicine my made of symptoms, my medicine to make them. See, I'm an expert in the art of hurt, soiled from a lot of dirt, addicted to
Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking for out there. Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly.
No, I fucking hate reference mixes, bro. I hate them. Because if you send me a reference mix, just fucking, I know, like, I don't want to recreate your mix, bro. You know?
Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah.
We're gonna need to get some upper harmonicas on this.
For protection, running from my
out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Out there,
if you can mix your song, then there's no point in sending your song to get mixed. Like if you like the way your mix sounds, then don't send it, bro. You're doing it. You know, you got it. If you don't like the way your shit sounds, then fucking send that shit to get mixed. You know, I got this work because he was originally getting mixed by a fucking Grammy winning engineer in Orlando, and but he wound up having to close his business for a little bit, and his clients were expecting, you know, that same service to come through. So my buddy who was working in the studio, you know, got his clients and started referring his clients to me, and now I'm picking up where that guy left off.
Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. 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 Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Who can I call for protection? Running from my own reflection, gunning at my own infection, Sherlock in my own detection, I'm plugging my own connection.
Yeah, I think I like this. I think he's gonna like it too. Exactly, bro. Network. And that was like, let me tell you something. Let me tell you how I got this work, right? So the way that I got this work, I live in a place in Florida called Port St. Lucie on the good old Treasure Coast. Probably never heard of it. It's an hour and a half from Fort Lauderdale, an hour and 45 minutes from Miami, 2 hours from Orlando, right? So I have music plugs. Hold up. I have music plugs in Orlando, and I have music plugs in Miami, and music plugs in Fort Lauderdale. So when my friend got into the studio and started working, he's somebody that I've always helped out for a long time. I taught him Studio One, brought him over from Logic, hook him up with things here and there. I just like to see everybody. I like to see everybody get better at music, And so he wound up getting in the studio doing work, and he'd always tell me like, "Yo, you gotta come through the studio. Oh, you from Slow Cala? All right, that's what's up." So what's it called? He'd tell me he'd be like, "Yo, come up for his, you gotta come see us, come up see us." And for me, it's hard. He would always be doing, sessions Friday night and stuff like that. So in order for me to get up there, I gotta come home from work, like working construction, right? Come home from work, take a shower, get in the car, drive 2 hours, and then stay up until 4 o'clock in the morning politicking with artists. You know what I mean? Which is like, I think for a lot of people, especially producers, as stuck up as producers are, and as important as producers think they are, like, you just wouldn't do that. So whatever, bro. I sucked it up. I got I was like, man, fuck this. I got to start doing it. Who knows who I'm gonna meet up there. So I fucking bought me some Adderalls. Broke one in half, choked it down, pause, and drove up there with the shaky hands and the sweaty forehead, and got in the studio, vibed with a bunch of people, met a bunch of people, and I started doing that every Saturday for like a month, and or what I mean. So I was up there, because you can't just show up one place one time. You gotta, if you're gonna go trying to work an environment, you got to at least show up 4 times in a row, not 4 times like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but 4 times like consistently the same day you show up. So I showed up, same time, same sessions, met the same people, met different people. I mean, I know how to conduct myself in the studio. You never, if you're new, you never want to be the loudest person with the loudest opinion or anything like that. But I was just sitting there cooking up in the B room, meeting people. Every time an artist came through, I made sure to stand up and talk to them, look them in the eye, shake their hand, get their information from Tidal, get their information from SoundCloud and stuff like that, build with people, sitting there talking to people about fucking, Kanye's contribution to fashion, talking about, where to get Yeezys, our favorite NMD, stuff not even related to music. Just things like that. So that way, when this opportunity came, the people who had been going by the studio had already seen me, and they were familiar with me. I wasn't just some remote presence that they didn't know, And then on top of that, my people that I did know from Orlando, they're pretty much like you guys. Like if y'all see me somewhere, you guys would be like, oh shit, bro, this is a good guy, he knows his shit, that's my reputation with you guys. It's pretty much my reputation in real life too. So when I would be in the studio with people, and then people I knew would come through, they'd be like, oh, y'all got Bez in here, oh man, I wish I was here for this session, oh man, y'all lucky, bro, this dude is never here, mate. So now when people were seeing me, everybody was real intrigued, like, oh, okay, who the fuck is this guy that I've never met, I've never seen here, yet everybody who's a regular and everybody who is plugged into this environment, they know who this guy is. We should talk to him. And that's how you get stuff done, man. It's all about building a reputation, your personal brand, and just being known for not only the sound of your music, but more importantly, like your work ethic. If you're a trustworthy person, if you're on time. I was always there. Like my thing was, I'm driving from 2 hours away to go to an 8 o'clock session. I'm there at 7:45 in the parking lot while everybody's showing up at 8:20, and that made a really good impression with a lot of people, because I'd be throwing shade. They'd be talking about, oh, we're starting the session half an hour late. I'd be like, yo, I drove from 2 hours away and I made it on time. And you know what I mean? But that's just part of my work ethic. That's my reputation. What I'm doing right now is, you see these little things right here. These are just like little breaths and pops and him hitting the microphone stand. So when you're going through and you're getting ready to bounce your mix, you just want to make sure you clean all that up, because you don't need that.
Hey, sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Looking from the other side. Looking for anybody out there. Yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Boucher, Clean Money Music. Yeah.
Is anybody out there? Yeah. Can anybody hear me? Yeah. 'Cause I can see so.
Yes, sir. Exactly. Because there's nothing worse than spending time on a mix, getting it right, everything is correct, and the artist sends it back to you. They're like, hey, bro, so it's like this really loud pop at like 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Do you think that you could just like go in there and bounce that out, bro? Like, I really wasn't going for the lo-fi effect.
protection. Running from my own reflection. Gunning at my own infection. Sherlocking my own detection. I'm plugging my own connection. Questioning my own intention. Medicine my made up symptoms. My medicine to make them victims. I'm an expert in the art of hurt. Soiled from a lot of dirt. Addicted, took a lot of perks. Lost my bros in printed shirts. Floss that shows to hide the hurt. Swallow pride and force to smirk. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Victims of homicide, trick them and pick them, then mama cry. The system convict them, then hung them dry. Shift them and twist them from hunger eyes. Switch them and miss them 1,000 times. It feel like they just stolen minds. So now I'm praying that I'll see them on the other side. On another ride, how we coincide, can't coexist cause our thoughts collide. But I do insist cause I'm filled with pride and I never miss. Got an eagle eye, they stole the bliss when my people died. So I made a list to the day I died. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Out there, yeah. Can anybody hear me?
All right. Where's this end at?
Can anybody hear me? Yeah. Cause I can see so clearly. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side. Looking from the other side. Looking for anybody out there. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it feel like I'm looking from the other side.
Ooh. You see this? That's why you always listen. I missed a couple pan automations here. I have. It already exists. It's a playlist on my site, and I have a series of videos on Studio One Expert too. All right, so file. Export mix down so I can collect my motherfucking money. My next live stream will probably be tomorrow. Tomorrow, I usually stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He's Mr. Mugabe. He has the same name across platforms. I don't think I'm I don't think I'm anti-FL, bro. Like, this is something I want to talk about. I want to talk about on a you can't do it all in one video, HTML. Like, you can't do that in one video. And then on if you look on my playlist also, I have the Studio 1.4 beginner's video manual. But like I'm like the thing, like I do it just to trigger people, but I'm not anti-FL. Like, I don't think that it shouldn't be a company or a DAW. You know, it's just not for my workflow. The thing I don't get is people think that, like, their tools personify them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a Studio One producer. I'm a music producer. I could work inside any DAW. You know what I mean? If you like people who use Nexus, I'm always like, yo, this one, both of these are coming down. Both of these are coming down probably tomorrow. I'm making them private, and they're gonna be only available on studio1tutorials.com. I'm just letting them live right now until they get like 400 or 500 views, so that everybody understands, like, this shit isn't staying there. And then it'll go over to studio1tutorials.com. And also, I just don't think a lot of I don't think a lot of FL Studio people really check out my channel, you know. And also, I have FL and FL Studio listed as a fucking banned word in my comments. So anytime somebody comments that shit, if they come at me crazy, I just delete it. Kind of discourages the trolling. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Enjoy this while it's up on YouTube. It will not be around forever. Y'all keep it simple. Don't be basic, and we will see you on the next.